YouTubers, resellers, and thrifters. My name is Carrie. My channel here on YouTube is Be Carried Away. I'm a sometimes part-time, sometimes full-time reseller, meaning that I go to estate sales, thrift stores, garage sales, and the like, looking for items to flip online for a profit. I'm here. I'm so excited, guys. I'm at my very first ever Goodwill outlet. I've never been to one before. But I just spent the weekend with friends in Gettysburg. I have a best friend from high school who lives in Gettysburg and some other friends who met us from Brooklyn. And we had a wonderful weekend at her Airbnb in Gettysburg. And now we kind of all have gone our separate ways this morning. Lisa went to her house in Virginia to drop off items at her booth. Anne and Brendan went back to Brooklyn. And I'm on my way home to upstate New York. And guess what? There just happened to be a Goodwill outlet right on the way. Literally, I think I went maybe 3 miles off the beaten path. It looks very busy in here today. The cars are parked all over the place. So it's the Monday of a federal holiday weekend. So I'm assuming it might be a little bit busier than a typical Monday. I'm only going to spend about an hour or so. I don't have any expectations about how much I'm going to purchase or how much time I'm going to spend. In terms of, I'm not expecting a big haul or anything, but I've never been to one before, so I'm really excited. So come on in with me for my first Goodwill outlet BINS, the BINS. Well, it was a beautiful day for a drive, so I did stop here at the outlet center right on my way. I'm so excited. So as you can see, the parking lot was absolutely full. People were parked up and down the roads, I think because it was the holiday weekend. So it looks like it's going to be open till 8. There's no way that I'll be there till 8, but here's my first look. It's exactly what it looks like on everybody else's YouTube videos. I literally go straight in the door and I find this 1960s portrait, pastel portrait. I look at the prices. It's $1.69 a pound here for under 20 pounds, and then the price decreases as you purchase more pounds. So I quickly see that some of the bins have lots of people around them and others are practically empty. So I'm assuming that's because these have been out longer, but I've never been, so I'm not jumping right into the fray. I'm just sort of casually looking through. A lot of items have stickers on them already, so they've come out of a Goodwill and had not sold in the Goodwill. Others are just looks to be raw donations. So there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of junk, but when you're weeding through the junk, it's the thrill of the hunt, and I'm just pretty much overwhelmed at the way everything is just tossed in there like that. This is a really heavy pewter plate. Again, weight becomes the issue here, so it's a great deal on the lighter items, and on a heavy item like that, I just wasn't too sure. I don't do a lot of pewter, so I did not pick that up, and it was unmarked. All kinds of stuff. Little paper cups for a bachelorette party, and then the clothes are over on the other side. I kind of go through the hard goods first. I just want to get really a lay of the land and kind of see what everything's all about. I like that these are low bins, so there's not a lot of stooping. You don't have to reach down in to pull things up. So whoever designed this bins idea, definitely took that in consideration. Here I walk over to where you see there's many more people over on this side, so these must be newer bins. A mix of all kinds of stuff. Now, shoes here are $2.99 per pair, so they don't go by weight. I find a pair of those were Born. These are Cole Haan. Well, this is Cole Haan. I never did find the match to that, and of course that's one of the problems at the bins when everything's just tossed in there like that. They did have a lot of pairs of shoes rubber banded together, but people are just digging and digging. I was amazed at the full carts, the multiple carts, etc., etc. I was able to grab one. Here I see a bag full of Christmas ornaments. Anytime, any holiday. So you really want to pick up any holiday at any time of the year. Don't discard simply because it's not a particular time of the year. Some of the conditions of the items are just not really very good. It's definitely not what I'm used to when it's already been pre-picked or pre-sorted at a thrift store. So you do want to be very, very careful to bring home items for your money pile and not for your junk pile. And that's my mantra going through here. Money pile, not junk pile. Money pile, not junk pile. I want to be very careful to make sure that if I do pick anything up, I'm going to look it over carefully for chips, cracks, anything like that. I do know that cut glass like that is increasing in value, so I will look at pieces of cut glass or sandwich glass, as it's also known. Again, these boxes are just loaded with stuff, but it's already been picked through where I am. Now, I don't have gloves on. I wasn't prepared really to come to the Goodwill. I am just being extra cautious. I do pick this up. This is really heavy, but it's nice. It's Franciscan Gourmet by Interpace. I don't know if it's supposed to have a lid. I'm assuming it probably should. It's a baking dish, and I do put it in my cart. I want to comp that because it's pretty heavy to see what it actually would cost out at. It ended up costing $2.76, and I did pick it up. It looks like it probably will sell for somewhere between $25 and $35. I do look and then take a second look at these wine glasses. I need some wine glasses in my house, as I was informed by my sister this week as she was drinking out of a coffee cup for wine in the new apartment, but I didn't get that single glass. Some plaques. These were in pretty good condition. I moved that over to be with his friends over there. Some milk glass lamps. Just a little bit of everything, but you really need to be careful reaching, and I found a lot of broken glass. There was even broken glass on the floor, so I think next time coming to the bins, I would never wear open-toed sandals or anything like that, even on a hot day. It's just not worth getting cut on who knows what. So just sifting through, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. This is a thrill of a hunt. Here's a Mikasa plate. It has some goop all over it. And another thing I'm grateful for is that these bins do have a bathroom, and you can go in and wash your hands, hand sanitizer, and all of that. So at least that's a good thing. A really old frame. Maybe something was in there that was already pulled out. Just a basic frame, some glass water jugs. Some of this stuff is wrapped up in paper, so it looks like it hasn't even been looked at yet. That might be the case with some of these items that, people are going through this stuff pretty quickly at the bins. That's a lid, and I think that is that the lid for this? No, not even close, but that's why I pulled it over there. It's not even the same shape, Carrie. I don't know what I was thinking, but so here I pick up just some more glassware, frames. Looks like typical kind of junkier than a flea market, kind of junky flea market stuff, just because there are really good finds in there, but they're mixed in with a lot of not so good stuff. So I do turn over to take a look at these bins. Here are getting rolled out, and I see they have sheets over them. So these are the new bins that are going to come out. So I'm going to wait and try to get my first look at the new bins. This is a Homer Laughlin mixing bowl, which if it had been in good condition, I would have picked it up, but it was really in poor condition, just really scratched and banged around. So not something I'm going to pick up that day. These, I wasn't sure what they were. Turns out there was quite a good chip on one of them. So I didn't have to spend too much time even figuring out what they were because of that chip. So, some ceramics, some kind of handmade, hand-painted ceramics. Not sure what that was. I see an owl. I think of Bolo Buddies, Courtney over at Bolo Buddies, who's really been so supportive of my channel getting started. I'm a moderator over on her Facebook Bolo Buddies page where people share Be on the Lookout Bolo items. This is an item that had been previously in the Goodwill teddy bear painting, but never sold. There I am in the glass up there with my camera. I had no issues with filming. Nobody said anything. I was just using my camera on my phone, and it was easy enough. So I definitely would go back to this Goodwill outlet. It's on the way to my friend's house in Gettysburg, so I'll be traveling through here, you know, a couple times a year maybe. I thought this was really pretty, and I did put it in the cart to comp it.
So did they bring these?
I never did comp it. It was a single plate, and I'm trying to get away from larger ceramic items as I stare at that big Franciscan spaghetti bowl. But a single plate is not something I want to pick up. So
okay, I might try it. Yeah, I might try it.
I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I'm talking to someone. Someone's being very, very helpful to me. Talking about when the bins are going to open. This new set might come out in about 20 minutes, she says. It turns out that it was much longer than that, and I ended up not staying.
There's so much stuff. There's got to be things that get missed, right?
I really wish I had more time to go through some brand new bins with clothing. That would have been a lot of fun, but I just didn't have it built into my holiday weekend with friends, and so more glass, more junk, more treasures. It's all mixed in there. 25th anniversary goblet. This was intriguing, but really bad condition. Again, condition is really something that needs to be carefully looked at. This was a Hummel print. I'm trying to look and see if this is real, old, anything. Just had a lot of foxing on it. Foxing is the term for mildew or mold growing on paper. So you'll hear that term used a lot if you sell old books. If it has the little, mildew spots, you want to indicate that there's some foxing. And that's not a good thing because it can grow. So I see some false graph mugs here. Again, not something that I would pick up. And they're a little bit heavy here. So for $1.69 a pound, it's not uber cheap necessarily for these items here. Weight is definitely going to play into whether I pick some of these things up or not. That looks like it might be a little Lenox box. I guess it wasn't. I think I put that back. So I just wanted to show you my digging process for my first time through. I'm trying to pull something out there, and I just really couldn't get to it. Those were some of those little charms that you put on the stem of your wine glass. Literally just, you can find anything and everything. So it's a lot of fun. Just the thrill of the hunt, the flea market finds. Really felt a lot like a flea market without the negotiating, where you don't have to haggle with the flea market vendor. Just go and purchase. So I do head over to the clothes, and I pick up a couple of things right off the bat. This is actually turns out to be my favorite item that I picked up. This very, very sweet hand knit, hand crocheted children's cape, little girl's cape. It's so sweet. I'll put an inset up there. I can't wait to get that listed and sell it. It's absolutely so sweet. I pick up a couple of other things. I pick up a skirt from Talbot's, and it was in excellent condition, Madras plaid. I pick up a pair of shoes, I should say, by Dansko, also in Madras plaid, sneakers. And they have a couple of little cuts on them, but the comps were really good. They were like $60 and 40 to 60. So I'll go on the low end because of the small cuts. I pick up this really pretty 100% linen, hand embroidered tea towel linen, and I later find a match to it, a pair. And so I was happy with that. So even this bin that's been heavily picked over already, I've picked up 3 items already, 2 for resale, and I think the linen tea towels I'll use as a gift at some point. So you can see my cart's almost already getting pretty full, and I don't feel that I'm doing any hardcore heavy duty picking. You know, I'm not really digging through everything. I'm lightly looking through the tops of items. I find this scarf in really nice condition wool, but it just was it was unmarked. And I find a vintage vest, and I do not pick this up. It was Kenneth too, which I have sold before, but I have a lot of cream colored items like that in a vest, so I did not pick that one up. Again, even just perusing through the tops of you know, what's already been picked through, I did find some items that are going to be valuable. So the Talbot's skirt I've got listed for about $30. The little girl's cape I've got listed for $50 because it's handmade and because it's vintage. I'll probably take offers on those. I've priced everything a little bit high when I first go in. I did find a book that I've got listed for $13 in the book section, which I don't show here in the video. That too was also quite picked over. I find a leather Louisville Slugger mitt, fielder's mitt, baseball glove, and I'm going to get that up and listed. I found the Dansko shoes. So all in all, I spent $14.64, and I got 24 items. 4 of the items we're going to keep. I found a basket, a laundry basket, a canvas tote to keep in our closet for dirty laundry, a 3/4 full candle, which has a beautiful smell. It's scent. The scent is rose and cedar. Just love it. 1 blue glass large bulb Christmas ornament, and a Vera Bradley beach towel, which was in great condition. Nice, and you know, Vera Bradley beach towels are beautiful quality. It was faded a little bit. It was the heather, the purple heather. They go for a lot of money if they're really in good condition, but we do a lot of swimming and a lot of boating in the summer, so that was a really nice pickup to keep. So the 4 items to keep, 20 items left. Of those 2, the 2 tea towels, I will be probably giving away as gifts, or you know, topping off a gift. They're really quite pretty. The other items are all up for resale or will be soon. So the women's portrait, I believe I'll probably list that for $25 to $40, which is a mid-century modern chalk painting portrait. And let's see, what else did I get here? The a Vans bag, just a little extra. That was probably cents, literally 10 cents, maybe the weight of that. But that's nice to have. It was in beautiful condition, and it's nice to have if you sell something by the brand Vans, to be able to put the item in that. It's just a little extra to offer to the buyer. So if I see things like that, I do usually pick them up. Packaging, branded packaging with particular companies or clothing that are, you know, higher end or sought after. So I don't pick up a lot of clothes. I would love to come back and go through. I wish I'd had time to wait for that other bin to open. It was mostly clothing. This was nicely embroidered, but I couldn't quite tell exactly what it was. And then it had some stains on it. Oh, it turned out to be a, surprisingly, because of the material, it turned out to be a shower curtain. So that was interesting. Sorry about my finger there. Oh, here's where I found the Vera Bradley towel. So as you can see, it's like slightly faded, but certainly not bad. I think it's a little too faded maybe to sell it, but I'm pretty happy to have that. I'll be using that this summer. Some children's, lots of children's items. I don't generally pick up children's items and sell them. The profit margin really isn't there generally for me, though I'll have to rethink that if I'm able to start going to the bins, because if you're picking these items up for cents on the dollar, it just might be worth, you know, tossing a couple, if they're really nice quality or good brand children's items. So this was Nothing great connected, the brand. It is a little difficult to do it one-handed. I'm trying to film with the camera, but I had a lot of fun at the bins. I purchased 20 items, spent $14, and I expect to make upwards of $200 in profit on my trip today. Thanks for coming along.
Okay guys, here's the real deal. Look at me. I'm exhausted, sweaty, but I only spent $14 in there, and I didn't get a lot because, you know, I wasn't trying to get a huge amount of things, and I didn't really go to all the newer bins, but whew. So thanks so much for coming along with me. I'm going to be doing the haul when I get home, and we'll see what I did pick up. But I definitely made a profit in there. When you only spend $14, I think I came out with about 20 pieces. I'm definitely in the green or the black. Thanks, guys. Super fast $14 haul. I got this 1964 chalk painted portrait. Mid-century modern. I'll probably list that for $30 to $40. This beautiful hand knit children's shawl, probably about $50 or so, maybe a little bit less. I got a book called The Lost Word by Henry Van Dyke with a Christmas theme. Not great condition, probably, I listed that for what, $12.99, $13.99 based on comps. This Talbot's 100% cotton Madras plaid skirt, probably expecting around $30. These Dansko Madras plaid sneakers, if they were in better condition, would have gotten quite a bit more, but I'm expecting $25 to $30 with the damage on them. This older Louis Sluggerville mitt, I'm thinking maybe $25 to $30 for that. These Corning Butterfly Gold Pattern bowls, I have some plates listed, so I really just got these to add to that listing. This Franciscan Gourmet by Interpace, large cookware bowl, probably $35 or so, maybe a little more based on comps. This is a great find. I found 3 die-cut vintage by Beastly Halloween items. This is a comp. This is not mine, but a comp. Just the pumpkin alone went for $20. Some groupings went for $70. So I listed all 3 of mine for around $60. This is the, that's the bag that I bought, the laundry bin. This is the candle. That is such a great scent. If you ever come across that, really like that. This was a Pyrex lid that I didn't realize had a chip on the top, but it's such an interesting one with that kind of sugar-coated pink and gold that I need to do a little more research on that. This item, which I also hadn't mentioned, was Scotch ice. This is an old vintage camping ice container that you can freeze and refreeze. Here is the Vera Bradley towel, just slightly too faded to sell. The Vans tote, just, you know, something simple to toss in with someone else's order. Oh, and there's the canvas laundry basket that we're just going to toss in our closet. So overall, a great day at the bins. Good luck thrifting, everybody. Bye.